Well, I wish I could bring you something different, but unfortunately, since the last video, there has been very little shift in the modelling, and that is not a particularly great sign when it comes to colder weather at this moment. Thanks for clicking on to the Saturday edition of Vogan's European Outlook from Playa Blanca in Lanzarote. Temperature roughly about 19 degrees. It's kind of closed in. It's very hazy actually at the moment. And I noticed in the last couple of days actually we've seen bright skies, and then as the afternoon wore on, the skies have kind of closed in, almost a kind of dusty. I know it isn't, but it kind of resembles almost like a kind of dusty sky. One noteworthy thing is the persistent easterly wind that we're experiencing here on the southern coast of Lanzarote. Very strong wind coming in from the east northeast, and it's adding a little bit of a chill to the air, especially once you start to lose the sun with the increase in kind of mistiness and that closed in feeling. But certainly, like I say, there's not an awful lot new to speak about with regards to the modelling and prospects of colder weather. I wish I could bring you more than what I am. But this is the GFS ensemble, the 500 millibar geopotential heights. And you can see here that as I skip through the sequence here, that area of high pressure, it kind of sinks south. And then there's kind of like a reformation of high pressure over the Atlantic and close to the British Isles. So in a sense, that is forcing any kind of cold shots into Europe as opposed to into the UK. And we can see that here as we play through the loop here. There is a lean towards high pressure west of the British Isles, and that, of course, would essentially kind of shut down the Atlantic to an extent. But however, that being said, we're not really seeing a northward extent of that high, and therefore we're simply seeing weather coming in over the top of that high. And it is not a particularly cold northwesterly flow, because what we're doing is we're almost kind of recycling air that's sourced over the central North Atlantic. It's riding over top of that, and it's staying over the open waters of the Atlantic. So by the time it reaches the UK, if it does so, it's not essentially all that cold air really. We do have the prospects of some systems coming in, bringing transient shots of chilly air with some snow. High pressure kind of settles in. We do see clear skies and light winds by nighttime. Frosty conditions, of course, we've seen -4s this morning. So another cold morning across the southern portion of the British Isles. Slightly less cold the further north you go. But as we continue to press through the loop here, you can see here the area of high pressure kind of topples in over the top of the UK position to the north. Then it moves through. Then we get that kind of reformation of high pressure, as I've said already, to the northwest of the British Isles. Northwesterly flow, yes, but again, like I say, it is nothing particularly cold. And of course, as you can see here, the trough that does form downstream of that high is driving south over the eastern portion of Europe here. Now this here, by the way, would be a relatively chilly setup overall, but again, we're not dragging in, we're not tapping into Arctic air. We're just simply kind of settling the atmosphere down, and of course, the time of the year kicks in. You see the kind of chilly days, frosty nights, fog, so on and so forth here. So, yeah, I'm not massively optimistic as we go forward here. Let's have a look at the GFS ensemble. This is the mean sea level pressure here, and you can see here that the one noticeable thing as we press through the loop is that area of high pressure centered over the near continent here. So this is, of course, surface high pressure, and then the high just kind of, it may dissipate, but then it returns once again to the charts, and it persists over the UK through the course of next week and into next weekend here. So a very dry outlook, there's no doubt about that. And like I say, we're just going to have to continuously wait and see. You've probably fed up the back teeth of me saying that, and quite honestly, I'm fed up saying it. but you know, I can only show you what I'm seeing here. This, by the way, quick look at the ECMWF weeklies here, and you can see here this is the upcoming 7-day period here, high pressure extending from the North Atlantic into the British Isles here. Then as we go into the period here, this is day 2 through 9, 3 the 10-day, we've got the 4 to 11-day. Notice the persistence in that area of high pressure. Notice the lack of northward extension of the high as well. So we're continuously seeing weather coming in over the top of that. So it's not a particularly cold flow by any means. We'll want to see the high kind of penetrate further north into the Arctic region to allow that cold air to get dragged south here. And it's quite a flat area of high pressure, if you will. This is the 7 to 14 day here. So, of course, this is week 2, of course. And then I've skipped too far forward here. But look at that, even here, this is the period between the 25th of January and the 1st of February. High pressure again over the North Atlantic here. So there is multiple models indicating a similar type of story. But interestingly enough, this is the GFS ensemble Arctic oscillation projection here. And yeah, there is a large spread in the chart here with regards to some deeply negative members here, but also we've got members that remain fairly neutral to if not positive here. The one argument you could say is the majority of the members are kind of neutral to negative, which would be a favourable aspect here. So we'll just have to continue to wait and see what happens here. But overall, high pressure remains the dominant player. It's not playing ball in terms of shifting far enough west and north to allow the trough into the UK and Western Europe. It looks as if it's heading towards Central and Eastern Europe as we go forward here. But we'll continue to watch this as we go forward and keep it right here on YouTube. Of course, if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back in the next couple of days with more. Videos are kind of every other day at the moment because I'm away on holiday at the moment. I don't think my other half would be particularly chuffed if I'm doing videos day after day. Anyway, but back in the next couple of days. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.